So, with the 2024 Chicago Bears talked about as if they're going to be one of the best teams in the league next year, I've been watching a little bit too much Adam Rank. I decided, let's just see what happens if you add one of the best running backs of all time, nicknamed Sweetness, to the squad with Caleb Williams, Roman Duze, DJ Moore, Keenan Allen, DeAndre Swift, Herbert, Cole Kmet, and also Gerard Everett. That's right, this offseason, Chicago loaded up on offense. Their defense is still pretty good, but offensively, well, they know where they're headed. So we got a 99 overall Sweetness on this Bears squad, and we got one question. How many rings can we get? No, I'm just kidding. We're only doing one season, and every time I've done a franchise with Caleb Williams, in Madden, they love to juice him up. He always ends up like 8-3 at one point in the franchise. But now having Sweetness, I would assume he would be better than that. But we're starting off the year 0-2. What's happening? Okay, we finally win. Now we play the 1-2 Rams. This time it is in Chicago, though. We lose that game 1-3. Okay. Every franchise I've done, the Bears are very successful. I give them Sweetness, and they don't know how to act. Going into their bye week, they're 1-5. I don't even understand how. Like, this squad, this actually amazes me. This is my first Chicago Bears video, too. Played 4-3 Commanders, and they win 51-14. Is this the comeback story, Chicago? Is this what we've been waiting for? Apparently not. You're 2-6 now. You play the 3-6 Patriots, and you win that game. You play the 2-7 Packers. What is this franchise? 2-7 Packers? Pretty sure the Packers going to go like 11-6 this year. Anyway, though, now you play the Vikings. You lose to the Vikings. You play the 7-4 Lions. Don't really think that's going to help you out much. You destroy the Lions, of course. Because why make sense anymore? 7-5 49ers. Just show me 100 points. Okay, you actually win that game. Okay, now you play the 7-6 Vikings again. You lose in Chicago, you win in Minnesota. Now you're 7-7, and now we're talking about a playoff team. We were 1-5, and now you're 7-7. GG. You beat the Lions, who are now at the bottom, almost the bottom of the division. And now the Bears went from 1-5 to the number one in the division. You lose to the Seahawks. So now you're number 2 in your division. And now you got to play the 2-14 Packers. And you win that game, so you win your division. This is the weirdest franchise I have ever done, I feel like. And I feel like I said it every single time. But this is definitely up there for weirdest. So we went 4th seed here. Barely got to the playoffs, winning our division. But from what we started with this season, I don't even know what to say. I mean, we started off 1-5. And then we won. And then we did it. Caleb Williams, comeback player of the year. In his rookie year that he was awful. But then came back and was good. So, 4,000 yards, 25 touchdowns, 8 interceptions. Walter Payton, 1,400 yards. He had 12 touchdowns. 272 rushing attempts. DeAndre Swift, though, also 166. Dang, they really use a 2-back system there. Keenan Allen, though, 1,400 yards, so kind of paying off the trade they made this offseason for him. I'm not expecting... Obviously, Caleb Williams is going to be not MVP. He's going to be off Rookie of the Year. 100%. He always is in these franchises. Yep, there you go. 100% he was going to be Rookie of the Year. Wasn't even a question on my mind. Question is, though, I do have this question. Is Offensive Player of the Year Keenan Allen. Okay, Walter Payton came in number 4. I was going to say if Keenan Allen was going to be offense, I mean, if Walter Payton would have been, but I guess Keenan Allen got that one up on him. All right, so wild card playoff game. We win. Interesting. Okay, we won. I'll be honest with you. I was not expecting that, to be honest. We barely squeak in the playoffs. I wasn't expecting to go far. Listen, divisional round now. We put a number 1 seed. Probably not going to win, but even if we don't, I'm pretty happy. We played 13-4 Falcons, and we lose. Okay. At least we made it competitive. I feel like we made it at least competitive, and now it's number 1 seed versus number 3 seed, number 5 seed versus number 7 seed, which is quite the interesting situation going on there. And I still don't know how the Packers did so bad in this franchise, because the Packers are actually a really good team in real life. Texans versus 49ers. That would be an interesting Super Bowl. I'd be rooting for the Texans, to be honest. I would definitely show some love to the Texans. And a 25-24 Super Bowl. That is a good Super Bowl. Wow. You know, again, we don't always get the best Super Bowls. That would be a very good, close, at the end of the game type Super Bowl. So in the end, let's just take a look at this schedule here. Let's go to playoff picture. This is what the ending playoff picture looked like. So Texans beat the Ravens 44-17. CJ Stroud is a menace, man. All right, 49ers beat Falcons 19-9. And then it's a Super Bowl of the ages, apparently. And Caleb Williams, Rookie of the Year. So in the end, I mean, again, like I said before, not bad for, adding sweetness to this roster. It seemed like it somewhat helped them, but maybe also not. It depends on how well they're going to do this year. I think 9-8 is actually pretty realistic to what the Bears could go this year, especially what they have on their roster. I think that, maybe Caleb Williams in the future would be better, but for the first year, 9-8, 8-9, I think is pretty realistic. Now, if you had sweetness in real life, I don't know if I 100% agree. If you had sweetness in his prime, how they would go, but again, interesting. I don't know what happened to the Packers. I'm sorry, I gotta keep saying that, but a 3-way tie for 9-8 is absolutely insane. And then the 2-15 Packers just down there like, hey, we're fighting back. We're fighting back this whole entire situation. Yeah, they were easily the worst team in the NFL. I'll see you guys in the next one. If you have any ideas, guys, on videos you want to see, tell me down below.